welcome back to my channel. I have been so absent on YouTube the month of January. I got back to town really late after Christmas, 3 days later than I planned because there was a big snowstorm where I lived, so getting into the city was not the safest for a little while, and then work has been really busy. I just had a lot of stress there and I just kind of needed to take a break and reset my focus. I did the 10-day body reset, the food reset. I did the 10-day food reset that Laura over at Laura's Natural Life hosted, and I'll link her channel information down below. And while I was taking time to cut out certain things for my body, I took time mentally and emotionally as well to refocus myself for the new year and really think about my channel, look back on my videos and see what I was missing or things that I wanted to bring more of. So I'm back and I'm excited to be back. I have so many ideas for the new year. I think I've written in my planner just a lot of different videos that I want to do. Today I thought I would bring y'all a get ready with me for my everyday makeup. As you can see, it's just a very simple look, not a lot of products, very minimal. Alright, so if y'all want to see what I wear every day for an everyday work week, go ahead and keep watching. And if y'all want to hear my channel goals, make sure you stay tuned to the very end, and I hope y'all enjoy. For prepping my skin, I always use the 100% Pure Luminous Primer. I feel like this gives a nice silky finish to my skin, and I moisturize only with oils in the morning, and so this kind of neutralizes any residue or any shine that is left on my face. I just haven't tried the mattifying primer yet. That is one that I do want to try. Normally, I always do my concealer first, and for that I use the Hint Beauty Duet Perfecting Concealer, and I am in the shade Light. I'm about halfway through my tube, but for the last month I haven't been wearing concealer under my eyes because my skin right around here has been so unbelievably dry, and so when I've tried to apply concealer, it's been very crepey and cakey and almost irritating the dryness more. So I'm going to skip concealer for that reason. But for everyday foundation, I either use my Pure Nada foundation. I am in the shade Sunkissed Canadian. I will either use this because I love the way it finishes. It gives a nice skin-like finish and blends really well into the skin. My other choice is my Well People Altruist foundation. I am in the shade 15. This is my second jar of this, and this also just provides the coverage I like, which is light to medium. I don't like heavy coverage. I don't like heavy feeling foundations. And so this is a really great one for everyday wear because it doesn't take very long to apply, and I don't need that much to get the coverage I want. Something that I've been really enjoying, which was a suggestion from my friend Ashlyn, is mixing the Well People or any type of mineral foundation with a face oil. The face oil that I've been using is the Marie Lynn Skincare Luminous Oil. The owner, her name is Sarah. She's a very sweet lady. I'll link all her information down below. This is a very lightweight oil, which is why I like to use it in the morning time. It just absorbs nicely into the skin and it mixes very well with this. So I've actually been using this combination just this week and playing around with it. And because my skin has been a little bit more dry under my eyes and then like right here in my cheeks, I haven't been using the Pure Nada foundation just because it doesn't do well with dry skin. It gets very patchy. So for today, I think I'm going to do the Well People and Luminous Face Oil combination. So with that, you can mix it in the lid or in a small bowl. So with this, it's very important to get the right ratios of the oil and the minerals, and this is something that I've definitely been playing around with and finding the right ratio. So as you can see, I have the minerals right there in the lid, and then I'm just going to take my luminous oil right here, and we're going to go ahead and start with 1, 2, 3 drops of that. And you can mix it with your finger. I don't love doing that just because I don't like getting lots of product on my fingers, and I found that mixing it with my finger does that. So I'm going to try using this old flat foundation brush I have. This is the Sonia Kashuk one. I've had it forever. I don't really reach for it that much, so I wanted something more specific to mix the foundation with. You know, I don't I don't know if I like that because now it just took up all the product. Okay, so the brush technique failed because it just absorbed too much of the product, so I need to play around with finding a better brush to mix it with that's not just gonna like soak up the product, because like I said, getting the ratios correct, having to add a little bit more oil or a little bit more minerals, that sometimes can take a little work. So we're gonna try this again, just taking about that much of the minerals and starting with, we'll start with 4 drops. And so see, it just is kind of gathering, and then I'm going to take my ring finger and mix it around. So you can see it's mixing well, but there's still some mineral particles in there, so we'll just add some more oil and probably need to add more minerals. But this has been really nice because I really have been enjoying trying serum foundations. I am obsessed with the Fit Glow Vita Active foundation. I would really like to try the Gressa one, but those can be a little bit more pricey. I think full size the Fit Glow is $57 or $56. Ashlyn had told me she was doing this with her minerals and her face oil, and that sounded like a really neat idea, and it's something that I've been really enjoying. So that's a good consistency. It's not runny, but it's not super thick. And I don't love using my finger to apply this because I just think there's better ways to be effective with it. To buff this out, I really enjoy using my Furless MF2 brush, the finger brush. I think I love how it's kind of pointed and tapered, but then has some flexibility. It is a little bit more stiff, so it's not as malleable as, say, like a buffing brush. Like the Real Techniques one seems to be more flexible for it. Seems to be more flexible than this one. So we're just going to apply that all over and blend it out. I don't love heavy, thick foundations. I never have. I just feel like it doesn't allow my skin to breathe, and so I've never been drawn to full coverage foundations. The one that I've tried, the Kierra Weiss, it does provide nice full coverage, and I think when I tried it, I don't think I tried the right shade for me. So I liked it, but just because of the coverage that I prefer, I just didn't love it. That's just a nice light coverage, just enough to add some color and coverage to my face, but it's still, my skin still looks like skin. So that is something that I've been really enjoying doing, and like I said, my friend Ashlyn at AshCap, she's the one who suggested that to me. So if you have any more questions about this method and this trick, ask her, because she is so knowledgeable with oils and minerals. She makes her own makeup, and she just has lots of information. So next we are going to go into blush. For everyday blush, I usually lean, depending on how my skin is, since it's been more dry lately, I haven't been using a lot of powder blushes, but since my skin has been more dry, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my 100% pure fruit pigmented lip and cheek tints. I love these for blush. They go on very smoothly. The color isn't too bright. It blends out very nicely. So I think for today we're going to go with the pink grapefruit. And as y'all know, I started having kind of a sensitivity to beeswax, and these are not vegan. They contain beeswax, but it doesn't irritate me when I use it on my cheeks, and I've never tried to use it on my mouth. I've never tried it as a lip color, and so I don't know if it would irritate me or not, but I have been really enjoying using it on my cheeks. So just a very nice, this is a very neutral color. My other color, the Cranberry Glow, is a more hot pink color, but it does blend really nicely. So I just put that on my cheeks, and again I use my finger, but you could definitely use probably any type of brush. I bet that Sonia Kashuk one that we tried before, that would probably work really well, but this is what the pink grapefruit one looks like. That's 2 swipes of it. Some days I like to highlight. The ones I have are Silk Naturals HD Cream Blush in Limelight. Limelight and Limoncello. These are really great. You just swipe them on the skin and then kind of blend them out with your finger, or you could use a brush. And these provide just a very nice subtle glow. But for every day, I kind of just use it if I'm in the mood for it, but I don't have to have it every single day. So we're going to go ahead and skip highlight for today because I used one of those yesterday and it just got really patchy on my skin, and it was like sitting on top of my skin, and I think just because my skin has been more dry, it was doing that because it's never done that before. I go ahead and I fill in my brows. For everyday brows, I like to use the Honest Beauty brow pencil. I am in the color dark blonde. And for more dramatic brows and a more filled in look, I will use my Silk Naturals brow cream. So for everyday wear, I don't like anything too heavy for my brows. I just like something filled in because I don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning. For brows, I just like filling it in minimally and nothing too heavy. And this eyebrow over here, I'm having some really sparse hairs here that the Honest Beauty pencil doesn't do the best job of filling in, but that's okay because I don't really need it to for every day. So moving on to eyeshadow. For everyday wear, I don't like to use more than 2 shadows. I usually just stick to one lid color, and sometimes I'll do an inner corner highlight since I'm not using concealer. I do want to brighten that area up just a little bit. So for everyday eyeshadow, I usually like to stick to a pink or purple color. Because my eyes are green, pinks and purples really make my eye color pop, and so I love using just a one lid pink or purple color for everyday wear. So I think for today I'm going to use this eyeshadow I got from ZAO Organics. It's the shade right here. This is Bora Bora Nude. I heard of this company initially when they were having their Black Friday sale. They were having 40% off. So I have very oily eyelids, and so I have been really trying hard to find a good eyeshadow primer. The one that seems to work best for me right now is the All Natural Face Magic Vegan Eyeshadow Primer. You don't need a ton of this, and it comes with a doe foot applicator, and some of the product comes off the lid and it's a lot of excess, and so I just like to clean it off on the lid. So just like 1, 2, like that much. I mean, you really don't need a lot. And then I just use my finger to apply. So taking that Bora Bora Nude shade, I'm going to go in with my Delium Tools 776 brush. I actually got this off of iHerb, and they are very affordable when you get them off iHerb. So we're going to take this shade right here. And this is a nice, just flat, semi-fluffy brush that I really enjoy using on my lid colors. This color is a great wear alone color, just to have something on your lid for more of a neutral eye, but the color can also definitely be built up. This is also a very pretty crease shade if you have an even lighter lid shade, because it's just a very pretty neutral color, and I think it just really makes my eyes pop, which when I wear my glasses every day, I prefer to have colors that make my eyes pop through. So for eyeliner, my absolute favorite everyday eyeliner is the Honest Beauty True Velvet Eyeliner in Truly Cocoa. I talked about this in my December favorites, which I'll go ahead and link for y'all down below. This is really great to use as a top eyeliner. It's so creamy and it's very easy to tightline your eyes with it. I don't like a very thick eyeliner look just because I feel like it makes my eyes look very heavy, and that's not something I like. And so this is a really great eyeliner to use on the top just to get a very tight line right here and tight line your eyes, and it's very creamy. It doesn't smudge. If you do the tight line technique where you line the top line and then close your eyes for 2 seconds and then open them so it transfers down, this is a really great eyeliner to use for that. So for everyday mascara, I love using the Lily Lolo mascara. This goes on very well. It doesn't smudge. So I'm going to pop off camera and do my eyeliner and my mascara. Here is the completed look. I went ahead and also did my lip color for everyday lip color when I remember to put on a lip color. I have really been enjoying using this 100% pure Vitamin. This is in the color Butterscotch. This has a very nice peppermint smell. It has really good pigmentation and just something that is very good for every day, that's very easy to swipe on and is not as big of a commitment as a lipstick that may fade throughout the day. This has a really good wear time. I think I don't ever have to reapply it, or if I do, it's maybe like 6 hours into the day. And so I just pop my glasses on. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. For everyday hair, I either have it in a messy bun, a braid, or scrunched out like this. I typically shower at night. I don't really like taking showers in the morning because it just makes me a little bit more sleepy. My hair is hardly ever straight during the work week, and so I just scrunch it out like this, or braid it, or put it in a messy bun, or just pull it back in a ponytail. On top of the vitamins, I really enjoy using this Modern Minerals Lotus Way lip gloss. It came in a Petit Vour box, and I believe this is the color Violet Rose. And so I just pop a little on top. I feel like it helps the vitamin color stick and stay, and it's not a sticky gloss, and it gives you just enough color. Alright guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me during my Get Ready With Me. I'm really excited to be back for 2016 and just to see what an entire year of green beauty and YouTube brings me. A while back, at the beginning of the month, my friend Annie was so kind enough to tag me in her channel goals video. Her and I were talking about her channel goals, and I just suggested that she make it a tag video because I thought that would be really fun to see kind of where everyone is at with their channel. And so she was awesome enough to take my feedback and my suggestion and then tag me. And so something that I really want to do in 2016 is have more product and brand reviews for y'all. When I did my Fig and Yarrow skincare review back in, I think, October and November, I loved researching all of those things for y'all and those products and the benefits that the ingredients have for your skin, but then also informing you about a brand that I had never really heard much about before, and so bringing that information to y'all because I was very pleased with almost all of the products that I tried, and so I want to bring more of that for y'all. I really enjoyed doing ingredient spotlight videos, and so for that I did I did. For that video, I talked about sodium benzoate, the formation of benzene, and how that can happen and how it may or may not happen in cosmetics. So I'll link that video down below. So having more focused videos like that is something that I really want to bring to y'all because my whole reason for getting into green beauty was so that I could learn about the ingredients and see which natural ingredients are going to be the absolute best for my skin. Sometimes it's hard to find information on ingredients, or if you just Google something quickly but don't really take the time to research it, then sometimes you can get misinformation, and I've gotten misinformation or I've felt misled by not doing enough research. I love doing research, I love having information, and that's fun for me. I think it's the academic in me that always enjoyed doing that for school, and I still love learning in that way. And I feel like I've been constantly learning when it comes to skincare, makeup, and just these ingredients that are really beneficial for your skin. Something else that I really want to do is tutorials. I love playing around with eyeshadows and creating different looks on my own time, but I never really felt comfortable filming those. I've done Get Ready With Me's, I've done one tutorial. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm more comfortable doing tutorials and would be able to showcase that. So more tutorials on makeup looks and eyeshadow looks and just different things like that. Something else I really enjoy doing and something I enjoy watching is comparison videos. So this high-end product versus this to low price point product that are very, very similar. Do they perform the same? Is it worth the splurge, or is it fine to get away with the lower price point item if you're someone who likes to save money or not splurge on beauty, or you have a beauty budget every month? So just doing comparison videos, because I like seeing, okay, here's this really expensive product. Is there something that performs just as well that's not as expensive? Because just because something is more money and costs more, it doesn't mean that it's any more effective than something else that may be more affordable to the masses. Also include videos on ways that I'm expanding my non-toxic lifestyle. My friend Carrie over at Naturally Carrie, she has a whole series on household non-toxic things, but then just bringing my experiences to y'all as well. I'll link her channel down below because her videos on how she expanded her non-toxic lifestyle from makeup to her household is really, really helpful. So something else that Annie touched on in her video was the idea of honesty and transparency and where she as a blogger stands on that. And so for me, as far as reviews and receiving free product, I think it's okay to receive free product and also be transparent about that. I always like to know when I'm watching a YouTube video as a viewer, did they get this for free? But when it comes to receiving free product, for me, it's important that I am honest with y'all about that. If I am sent something, I'm always gonna let y'all know in the video and then also down below in the description box with a little asterisk next to it, which means that it was either sent to me for review purposes or as a gift. So along those same lines, it's also important for me to have a balance of my products that were sent to me and then products that I bought with my own money, because at the end of the day, I'm still a consumer. I'm still a contributor to green beauty business, and so I like to have products that I've invested my own money in, and having more products that I've bought versus products that were sent to me and for free. And I'm always gonna be honest with y'all if, I do a review on, 5 or 6 items that were sent to me and I do a whole review video on those items. If I ever use those in future videos or talk about them, I'll still mention that they were sent to me, even though I may not be focusing that video on that specific product, just so that y'all are always as aware as what has been sent to me and what I've gotten on my own. For products that don't work for me, I'm okay with talking about them and giving them a review still. So it's unrealistic to think that every product I try is going to work for me and that every product I try is going to work for you. I think products that don't perform well for me may work really well for you. And so just giving that honest feedback in a constructive way without being mean or rude or, bashing the company or the product, because I think there are ways that you can say something didn't work for you without, being rude about it, because that is someone's hard work into making that product and they've invested their time and their money. And I think I'm more aware of that now as a blogger, and because I watch Shark Tank every week, so I see these people try and get startup money for their business and investments, and that is a lot of hard work. And so, it's okay if something doesn't work for me. It doesn't mean that it's a bad product. Those are my channel goals for 2016. If you are still watching this video, which I'm sure it will be very long, thanks for sticking around and hearing what I'm excited for the year 2016 in green beauty. If y'all have any suggestions of other things that y'all would like to see, please leave me a comment down below, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.